Welcome to another recap. Today let's check out Bad Sister, released in 2016. We start by getting introduced to a young man by the name Jason, who is a musician and attends a Catholic school together with his sister by the name Zoe Brandy. The siblings are welcomed by one of the sister by the name Rebecca, who is glad in welcoming the students back at school. In another part we also see Sister Rebecca introducing Sister Sophia, a transfer teacher. She sets some rules, and one of them is a no-wear makeup zone which she takes off. She is shown around the campus and they meet up with Jason, where they are both introduced to each other. Sister Sophia takes a liking in the young lad and starts developing an obsession towards Jason. During the day she stares at him practicing and gives him a compliment, at which Jason doesn't think much of it. At class, Sister Sophia introduces herself and sets some ground rules, as she isn't happy seeing Sarah flirting with Jason. As they say the Lord's Prayer, Jason's sister Zoe noticed something uncommon about the new teacher Sophia, that she doesn't close her eyes during the Lord's Prayer and also doesn't recite it. During break, Sophia runs into Jason and asks about his dating life, and Jason responds by stating he is single, which gets Sophia excited and once again compliment him. Sarah runs up to Joseph and the two start getting closer to each other. Once Sister Sophia notices this, breaks the two of them and gives Sarah a warning. While she invites Jason to her quarters, knowing very well the young man will oblige, she makes sure to leave the door open for a show for the young man to see. Jason sees this and runs away. The ordeal confuses the young teenager, which keeps him awake all night. As students go home for a small break, Sister Sophia continues with her obsession and follows Jason home. She comes back to school with a twisted plan and plants drugs on Sarah's book and alcohol on Jason's bed, but she ensures Sarah is suspended, but for Jason she throws in a word, and they decide not to suspend him. In another flashback we are shown other events where the real Sister Sophia is murdered by Laura, who took her identity and buried the real Sister Sophia in a shallow grave. At the weekend, during an event of planting trees, Sister Sophia continues seducing the young lad, who at this point has already fallen for the trap set for him. Later on that night, Sophia goes to Jason's dorm and manipulates him. They both end up having an intimate time together. Early in the morning, Sister Sophia enters Jason's room and starts going through Jason's stuff. Zoe heads in and is surprised by Sophia, who threatens to tell the father about Zoe entering boys' dorm. Zoe later tells her brother about the encounter. Zoe and Sister Sophia Cold War continue to ensue, and they later take their confrontation to Sister Rebecca, who handles the situation calmly. Later Jason heads to chapel and decides to confess, only to find out that it's not the priest but the cunning Sister Sophia, who gets out of the both and enters in Jason's and starts grinding on the young man. Jason asks for permission from his parents to head to a party where she meets up with Sarah. Sarah leads him upstairs hoping for a good time, but Jason rejects her and heads off while drinking. He is later stopped by a police officer, but Sister Sophia was around and convinces the officer to let it slide. She takes the drunk Jason to her place, but Jason isn't comfortable spending the time with her and claims it was wrong what they have been doing. Sarah gets angered by this and suffers a breakdown. In the morning, as the siblings are headed to school, Zoe notices Sophia's car outside their home. Sophia pretends to have committed suicide inside Jason's room and has Jason panicking. Jason threatens to tell on her, but she is able to turn the table around and to keep the young man in line. Zoe calls her brother and starts suspecting about a strange relationship between the two, but Jason promises her nothing is going on. Sarah is readmitted to school, and this has Sophia fuming as she can't stand the two young students getting closer. She sneaks into the dorm of Sarah and bangs her head on the wall countless times and kills her. Zoe finds the body and screams for help. Police get involved and take her body away, and both Zoe and her brother Jason agree that her death was suspicious since it was summed as accidental. Sophia continues her torments on Jason and even shows her a video of them together and threatens to post it online. Jason finally speaks to his sister about the whole ordeal and they try to figure out a plan on how to clean up the mess. Sister Rebecca gets a hunch and discovers about the lies about Sophia, which gives a chance for both siblings to enter Sophia's room and discover the truth about their teacher, who is a fake. Inside the office, things get heated up between the two sisters, and Rebecca corners Sophia with the truth. Sophia doesn't take it lightly, and decides to hit Rebecca in the head, knocking her off. Before she could take away Rebecca, the siblings come in rushing as they have found out the truth about Sophia, that she's a fake and that her real name is Laura. Sophia ensures to lock herself in, so the siblings decide to go to the chapel and look for Rebecca there. As soon as they reach the chapel, they find Sophia there and confront her. The fight starts between them and sister Rebecca joins them, but Sophia is too strong for her. Jason stabs her in the back to bring an end to all her evil ways. The film ends when finally both of the siblings graduate as their parents take them home. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe for more content.